in my fate today.
Falling off the edge today.
I am just a man, not superhuman.
I'm not superhuman.
Someone save me from the hate. It's just another war.
Stop number 30 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Dover Downs International Raceway, where it chews up cars and spits them out. And whatever else. Yep, it's the running of the Tax Slayer 400. We are here today for this as we get down to the final, almost to the final 10 races of the season now. And good points battle about happening right now going into this event. So, without further ado, here's the starting lineup for today's running of the event. On the pole at 177 miles an hour, it is Dylan Young, the number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Ford. He'll be flanked by the number 43 STP Pontiac. It's Joshua Collard, the three-time winner this season so far, including the last stop on the tour at Chicago. Row number 2 is Jeremy Jones, the Las Vegas winner, and beside him, the number 71 Prodigy Chevrolet of Ryan Madden. Jones drives the Interstate Batteries Chevrolet as well. Chevrolet on the third row. Or second row, rather. Third row has William Brock, the number 7 XI Batteries Ford, and beside him, the number 30 Pennzoil Pontiac. It's Ryan George. He's alongside. Row 4 has the number 23 Smokin' Joe's Ford of Zach Austin, and beside him, the number 11 FedEx Chevrolet. It's Cooper Cyron alongside. Row 5 has William Bedford, the number 00 Aquafresh Pontiac, and beside him, the number 22 Caterpillar Dodge. It's Dylan Poteet, 2-time winner so far this season. Row number 6 has Kyle Matthews, number 42 Mellow Yellow Pontiac. He is third in the points. He is second in points now coming into this event. Beside him, the number 26 Betty Crocker Cheerios Dodge of Stephanie Gardner. Then it's Zach Flickinger, the number 33 Skull Bandit Chevrolet, and beside him, the number 13 Geico Chevrolet. It's Seth Cole for NNSCRA Motorsports. Then it's Kev Shearer and the number 32 Tide Pontiac. Like he's on the inside of the next row down, and beside him, the number 28 Texaco Haviland Ford. It is Johnny Gardner. He's alongside. Right. Then it's Jessica Shelton, the number 9 Dodge Dealers Dodge, driving for here with one win this season at Martinsville. She is third in the points coming into this race, and beside her, the number 1 Tracker Boats Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet. It's Trent Dunham for Sega Motorsports. He's alongside. Then it's Dalton Day, the number 20 Home Depot Pontiac, the winner at Texas this season. And he'll be alongside the number 21 Sitco Ford. It's Quentin Moore, the winner at the first Richmond event. Here's the command to fire him up.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Man's been given the priority engines because we're racing here today. Zach Rogers and Matt Dallio have the next row down, in the 3 and the 6. Dylan Young does have a win this season that came at the day race at Bristol in the Food City 500. Can he get a second one this race? Here, well, we're about to find out as the pace car's already ducked off on the pit road. There it is. A Ford and a Pontiac on the front row for this race here at Dover Downs International Speedway as they look for a green flag, and they did it. We're racing at Dover. Jeremy Jones trying to go to the inside lane here, and several wall bangers off the fourth corner. That's gonna be basically the theme here at Dover. He's got a lot of wall bangers there. His point leader Charles Sanford way back in the back, and he started back in the 40th position and already making headway. Back to the leaders is Jeremy Jones trying to go inside of Dylan Young. He's made 2 tries at it already. Just cannot seem to get by the number two Miller Genuine Draft Ford as they come out of the second turn. Jones in the number 18 Interstate Batteries car to winner at Las Vegas when he passed Shelton on the final lap in that event. Looking for his second win of the season. He's come close a couple times though in the races since as they go through the first and second turns. Once again, Young still with the advantage, and the advantage here is William Brocky in the 7 car. He was the winner of the first race at Pocono. In the XF Barriers 4 car number 7 as he runs third at the moment. And it's Joshua Collard in the 4th spot in the STP Pontiac. He won the last race on the tour at Chicago. He also has a win at Chicago, at California and Riverside this season. So Collard looking pretty strong there. He comes in this race 5th in the standings coming in as well. Collard does. Zach Austin in the 23 car running in 5th position. He came close to winning the Daytona 500 and the Pepsi 400, so he came close to winning both Daytona races. But both those races got shuffled back at the last minute in those two events, and he has the capability of running. He has a car that's capable of winning races. Cooper Cyron was the winner of the first race at Darlington in the Dodge Challenger 500. He right now runs 6th at the moment, one of the 3 cars for Joe Gibbs Racing, 2 Chevrolets and a Pontiac. The Pontiac being driven by Dalton Day, while Cyron and Jones runs the Chevrolets for that team. And got several cars leaning on each other here a little bit. 3 wide action back there. Zach Flickinger, Kev Shearer, and Dylan Poteet, and Stephanie Gardner almost made it 4 wide, which would have been a big no-no at Dover, and now they almost got 4 wide there. Gee whiz. And Stephanie's now caught in the middle between her, Johnny Gardner, and Seth Cole, and there's second in points. Kyle Matthews joining in on the fun in the 42 car, and now Stephanie goes inside of Seth for position. Seth almost won the race at New Hampshire, but got passed late in the going by Corey Williams in that event. Now Johnny goes by, Kyle Matthews goes by, Dalton Day in the 20 car. Oh, and ooh, Kyle Matthews almost saw his point standing go away in the second turn. That was close, but he managed to save the car, and now he's up on the high side. Now he's losing points, and now one of those drivers getting by him is Jessica Shelton, who's 3rd in points coming into this race, and now she and Matthews are side by side. Zach Rogers right behind in the 3 car, and Matthews looking at him go up the track now, and off the wall he goes, and now Quentin Moore joins in on the fun in the 21 car. And there's still 3 wide up ahead. Matt Dallio in the 6 car driving the Martin Retro. Oh, and Quentin Moore's off the wall. Marty Johnson rides the wall here. Oh my gosh, Joseph Romero is in it. Marty Johnson, Luis Hernandez in the 25's in it. And bad damage to the number 21 Sitco Ford. Oh, and don't go down the racetrack here. Oh my gosh, he's several drivers got close to clipping Quentin Moore in that 21 car. Several of them got close. But a 4-car pileup happening on lap number 12, or at the completion of lap 12, I should say. Excuse me. Quentin Moore got up here, came down on the Marty Johnson car. And Marty goes up the track. Now Quentin's going to go up the track, and Marty got nailed in the back end by Joseph Romero. And how close Joshua Osborne came to missing that, or came to getting that crash, was beyond me. But collected Luis Hernandez as well in the 25 car, and poor Joseph Romero. He's crashed a lot of cars this season, and Marty Johnson cars up and smoked that Daytona 500 champ this season. Let's have a look at Joseph Romero's view right here. in the 29 car. He was right behind Marty Johnson. Or he was right behind James Richardson, excuse me. Johnson goes back up the track and boom! Joseph Romero just plows him in the back end of the car, and then JT Bryant did a good job missing that crash. So did John Arndt and Dallas McIntosh. And so Romero is one of the cars out of the race here, as is Quentin Moore and as is Marty Johnson. They were able to make repairs to Luis Hernandez's car, and now he's back in the race. But the lead still being held by Dylan Young, the number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Ford, as he leads this event. We're about to get back underway here on lap number 18 here at Dover as they come to the start-finish line. Pace cars looks up back up on the pit road. There's the green flag, and we're back at it again at Dover. 18 laps in the books and 22 are left to go. Jeremy Jones looking to the inside again on Dylan Young. He's tried a couple times earlier in this race. Just cannot seem to get by him. Dylan Young's car has that bite come off the corners. And they're starting to fan out just a little bit. They're 3 wide there as Ryan Madden goes inside of William Bedford and Zach Austin. And oh gosh, don't do it, guys! Oh, and Madden slams the wall hard. Oh, and several drivers had to take evasive action, including Trent Dunham, Zach Rogers, Stephanie Gardner. Dalton Day had to take evasive action as well. And it looked to me like there was another crash that happened up ahead. And Luis Hernandez is stuck. There's Nicholas Romero, the winner at Rockingham this season. Didn't seem like that was the crash. And is that near Jesse Turner? I don't think he was the guy who crashed. Ah! Oh, wait a minute. Oh no. I'm going to fast forward back to this. It wasn't Matt Dalio who crashed neither, so I was trying to look and see who the crash involved. And it might have been Nicholas Romero in the 15, and in fact it was Nicholas Romero, as he had Nicholas Romero, he and Jesse Turner got into a crash there. Sorry it took me long to try to find where the crash happened. And he turns Jesse Turner and then into Romero's car, and then both of them taking a hard lick into the wall. Now, while that was happening, coming to a yellow flag, this happened between Ryan Madden and William Bedford, I think. And Zach Flickinger stuck his nose to the inside, trying to make it 4 wide out turn 4, and that does not work at Dover. And then Madden goes down, slams the wall hard, and almost comes back up against Kev Shearer. And look at all those guys behind him: Johnny Gardner, Seth Cole. Whew. Just missed him. And several guys just... So all in all, really, two what could have been very nasty crashes ended up not being so. And the pace car lights are off, so that means we're going to get the restart here on lap number 20. It'll be on lap number 24. So it'll be 16 laps remaining in this race here. Dylan Young still with the leader of the race. Second is Jeremy Jones. Third is William Brock. Fourth is Joshua Collards. Fifth, now running fifth is Cooper Cyron. Sixth position is William Beverett as Luis Hernandez goes by. He's a lap down. Seventh is Zach Austin. Eighth is Ryan George. Ninth is Zach Flickinger. And in 10th position is Kev Shearer. Then it's Dylan Poteet in 11th. 12th is Seth Cole. 13th is Johnny Gardner. Dalton Day 14th. 15th Stephanie Gardner. 16th is Trent Dunham. 17th Jessica Shelton. 18th Kyle Matthews. 19th Matt Dalio. And 20th is Joshua Osborne as the field runs, makes his way through turn 4. Pace car ducks off on the pit road. Sometimes lap cars can present some trouble here. We'll see if they do or not. The green flag race are back underway at Dover. Let's try this again. Keep an eye on that 25 car, see how much trouble he gives the rest of the field. Kev Shear goes wide. Oh no, they're almost going to go 4 wide again. Oh, don't do it, guys. Whew. That was very close. I thought they were going to go 4 wide through turn 4. That would have been very disastrous. And Dylan Poteet's been held up by Luis Hernandez in the 25. In the 25 car, Dylan Poteet, who restarted his race 11th, and now gets dropped back to the 21st in a hurry, just like that. And now they're still going at it up ahead. There's Stephanie Gardner going by Dalton Day and Kev Shearer. Meanwhile, Trent Dunham joins in on the fun. And Shearer bounced off the wall just a little bit. Now Matt Dalio decides to go 3 wide between he, Matthews, and Shelton. Matt Dalio goes by. Joshua Osborne goes by in the 10 car. Now, here comes the 01 car. And oh, Matthews off the wall again. And up almost against Shelton. Shelton now goes by. And now here comes Poteet trying to make up multiple spots he lost on that restart. And meanwhile, Jeremy Jones has taken the lead away from Dylan Young. We forgot to show you that. So all those times Jeremy Jones has made the pass on Dylan Young, or tried to make the pass on Dylan Young, but failed to do so, has now paid off for car number 18, the Interstate Batteries Interstate Batteries Chevrolet, excuse me. As Jeremy Jones now is the leader of the Tax Slayer 400. But the race ain't over yet. We'll be down to 10 laps to go this time by. Completing lap 30 of 40. Now it looks like it's straight. Oh, and Shelton's turned! She'll take Zach Rogers. Levi McIntyre's in it. Noah Cars is in it. Oh, no. Shelton, who came into this race third in the points chase behind Kyle Matthews and Charles Sanford. And those hopes for a fourth title may be going up in smoke right here. And she has Levi Shones to thank for that in the 0-1 cars. They come out of corner number 4. Let's see what happens. Turn 4 usually is Calamity Corner at Dover, as it is on some tracks as well, but Shelton got loose, and then so did, yeah, she came down on, looked like she came down on Shones, and Shones got the pancakes to the driver's side wall as well. Oh, and she almost comes back and hits Kyle Matthews, and then she takes Zach Rogers and Levi McIntyre in the 99, and that's going to be a blow for McIntyre and Rogers both, because they both had been out of the, have just been out of the top 10 in the points chase after the race at Chicago. Noah Cars in the 44, he's in the crash, and he had been having some good runs as of late, but boy, third in the, but boy, for Shelton, sometimes when luck doesn't go the way, it doesn't go the way. But that's what I said here. Turn 4 is usually Calamity Corner at Dover here, and let's ride on board with Jessica Shelton. There's where she got turned. Gets hit by both Zach Rogers and Levi McIntyre both. And Shelton, unfortunately for her, out of the race. So she'll end up in 32nd is where the final finishing order here. McIntyre's out of the race. Noah Carr's out of the race. Zach Rogers, Ryan Madden, Chris Dodd in the 4 somehow was out of the race. Nicholas Romero, Quentin Moore, Marty Johnson, and Joseph Romero all out of the race here. Luis Hernandez and Levi Shones are both 1 lap down. And something tells me Shelton and Shones are going to go at it in the garage area over this one, as are a lot of the victims of turn 4. So Jeremy Jones takes the lead, car number 18, the Interstate Batteries Chevrolet. Does Dylan Young have anything for him? Remember, Dylan Young has led the most laps, and then Jones got by him on the last restart. Does Dylan Young have anything left for Jeremy Jones? We'll see what happens. Ford in first, Chevrolet first, Ford second, Ford third, a Pontiac in fourth, and a Chevrolet in fifth. As the green flag waves, we're back underway here with 5 laps to go. William Brock trying to go up underneath Dylan Young for position. Here comes Young to the inside of Jones. Oh boy. And Jones says, no way, Dylan is here, 4 laps to go now. Could that have been the only shot Dylan Young had in his arsenal? We'll see what happens here. Maybe he may be pulling back for a run, or maybe Jones may be pulling ahead. Who's to say? But the laps are running out, and Collard's off the wall, and he goes backwards now as William Bedford, Cooper Siron, and Seth Cole all go by him. But right now it is smooth sailing for Jeremy Jones as he leads Dylan Young, and now battle for second between Young and William Brock, and that may be all she wrote right there. Jeremy Jones loving us in this rear mirror, saying, bye-bye, guys. I'm going to take off and win this thing here at Dover. And Jones will come around. He'll see the white flag. He'll have 1 more lap to go. Last lap. And Owen Collard and Flickinger, I think, look like they've crashed. And a bad crash. Zach Flickinger has crashed. John Arndt's crashed. And meanwhile, Jeremy Jones wins the Tax Slayer 400 at Dover. And he plows into, oh my goodness! Jeremy Jones is going to have a torn-up car in victory lane. And Dylan Young's probably thinking, why couldn't that have happened on the final lap? Let's look again as to what happened as the white flag had flown on this race. As Jeremy Jones ends up the winner here today in the Tax Slayer 400 in a bizarre series of unfortunate events that happened on the final lap of the race that involves Zach Flickinger and Joshua Collard. And like I said, turn 4 is Calamity Corner, and Collard got loose. He and Seth Collard, and Collard, I think, just drives right into Zach Flickinger. And meanwhile, Seth was able to save his car, and now Flickinger goes up the track. And then Kev Scheer got turned by, looked to me like it was either Dalton Day or Michael Turner. And several guys, Kyle Matthews, Charles Sanford had to get on the brakes here, and somehow, I think Charles Sanford ended up finishing ahead of Matthews, I'm not sure. And meanwhile, there was the finish of the race as Jeremy Jones wins the race. Dylan Young got off the wall. He went from first to fourth within the last few laps, but now watch Jones. He's going to crash right into, I think, Levi Shones. Yes, he does. And then the 23 of Zach Austin slams into him. Collard slams into Austin. Dalio hard in the Zach Austin's car. So some of the cars that finished in the top 10 or 15 in this race, they'll end up with damaged up race cars. Look like they've been in a big one at Talladega, which will be a few stops away from the tour, but for the Amp Energy 500, real time. Unflippin' believable. But nonetheless, this day belonged to Jeremy Jones, 99.494 average speed of this race. William Brock was second. Zach Austin was third. Dylan Young dropped to fourth. Heartbreaker for Dylan Young. He had led the most laps. Looked like he had the race. Looked like he had the car to beat. And then just all fell down for him. William Bedford was 5th. Cooper Cyron 6th. Joshua Collard was 7th. 8th position was Stephanie Gardner. Johnny Gardner come home in 9th. And 10th position was Seth Cole, Ryan George, Matt Dalio. Trent Dunham was 13th. 14th, Joshua Osborne. 15th, Dylan Poteet. 16th was Michael Turner. 17th was Zach Flickinger. J.G. Bryant 18th, 19th Kev Scheer, 20th was Corey Williams. Then Kyle Matthews came on 21st, so he barely finished ahead of Charles Sanford. Gains one more point though, but let's see, Matthews came into this race 25 behind Sanford, so he's gonna have to finish ahead of Sanford by several more positions on the last 10 races to try to win this championship though, but here, so the lead is only now chopped from 25 to 24 points. So you remember, you get 1 point per position, not like it was in previous years where we had about 5, 4, 3 spread in the points wise. But anyway, Sanford was 22nd, 23rd was Dallas McIntosh, 24th John Arndt, 25th James Richardson, 26th Zachary Fitzwater, Dalton Day, 27th, 28th Austin LaPlante. Then the rest of the finishers was Jesse Turner, Levi Shones, and and Luis Hernandez, the last finishers in this race. And we told you the car's out of the race. Jessica Shelton, quite a blow for her, though. She was third in the points, coming in 30 behind Sanford. And that's going to drop her back quite a bit. Levi McIntyre, 33rd in this race. He was battling for the top 10 in the points race. He and Zach Rogers both. They both were involved in crashes. Noah Cars was sandwiched in between those two in 34th. Ryan Madden, Chris Dodd, Nicholas Romero, Quentin Moore, Marty Johnson, and Joseph Romero all out of the race. But the day belonged to Jeremy Jones, the number 18 Interstate Battery Chevrolet, as he gets his second win of the season. He won at Las Vegas, and now he pulls off the win at the Monster Mile at Dover Downs International Speedway. And that was a good race today. So the next stop on the tour, we will be at. The next stop on the tour will be at the Taylor's. Next stop on the tour will be at Kansas Speedway. Yeah. That's really. Yeah. Next stop on the tour will be at Kansas Speedway for the running of the Camping World RB 400. And so, with that said, this is James Qualls, and this has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 5 years of offline racing at its best.